Had to put on payroll, yo. We might have to start paying her to come back up in this joint.
Paying my man, quarters?
Yeah. My man Jay McGraw made it up in his camp.
What's up, Jay?
Jay McGraw in the building. What's going on, man?
Good. I'm good, man. I had to, sorry about the lateness, but I had to take care of some money first.
Hey, that always comes first.
I remember the guys was like, yeah.
Especially since we're not paying you.
I had a lady that purchased some Mogul Club items. I had to get the money for. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Shout out to the Mogul Club, man. Make sure y'all go get y'all copy your shirts.
It's actually at PFL Salon. You can go up there. I forgot the address.
PLF. I don't know. It's in Essex.
It's on Stemmons Run.
It's in the white building. The white building up the street from Kenwood.
Yeah. So. I actually went up there yesterday. I put some new stuff in there. So.
Okay. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yo, real quick, man. Shout out to my girl, Nina, the original party girl. I went through her show and chopped it up a little bit yesterday with Juan Bat and Red Diggy. They did their thing, man. Had an absolute ball until I had to leave and, of course, go get my bowl on like I do every Tuesday night. But, yeah, man. So, I'll say this till the end of the show. So you introduce our guest.
I have.
We have one job tonight.
I have one job tonight. You telling me don't mess this up.
Don't mess it up.
Don't mess this up. So we have Duane Williams Jr. in the building, along with, make sure I pronounce your name right, Jamais E Burts.
That's right.
Absolutely.
She Dope LLC. She's Dope LLC. And then we have CEO of Warriors
Inc.
There you go.
Yep.
Thank you. You helped me out with that one. So I actually was browsing the internet, like Facebook, and I ran across Mr. Duane, and he was doing his motivational thing, and he was working a lot with the kids. So I was like, well, this is cool. And I went on this about on Facebook, and it says, a retired police officer, but he's taking the time out now to go into the community. So I was kind of like, wow, cool. So I reached out to him and said, I would like for you to be a part of the VMAX. So that's pretty much how that started. And he asked me to be on a panel that's coming up March the 25th. I'm saying this, I'm opening the door for y'all to take it. So it's a panel coming up March the 25th, Abundant Harvest Ministries.
Yeah.
So you're a minister, you're a motivational speaker. I call you an activist. You know, you're a mentor.
I guess I'll take some of that.
Yeah. Because you're working with the kids and, all right, anyway, I want you to get into that. But then we have, She's So Dope LLC. You also are a community leader for Sisters Saving the City.
That's right.
So there y'all go.
We
have in the building.
That was a
it's a great introduction.
She did a good job. She did a job. She did a job. You did that. You did that.
Good job. It's just simple for me.
I be stalking y'all.
You be stalking. You're doing a great job. I think one of the things that we have to do in the African American community is at least try to work together.
That's right.
You know, we got to put our differences aside and at least try to work together.
Yes.
And that goes for so many aspects. Radio, church, community activists, we got to try to work together. We got to put those things aside. And so that's how we got here. I've been doing community work since 2010, right? 2010.
Congratulations. I got to say that.
2010, I got involved in it and just loved it. And I got involved in it by who I like to call a female sister of mine or a female mentor, Capri Smith. She got me involved in it.
Shout out to Capri Smith. Yeah, that's one of my mentors as well.
So,
Uncuffed Living.
Yes.
There we go.
Shout out to her. And she pulled me in, man. Her and her husband, they pulled me in as a little brother. And when I tell you I started rocking and rolling, she called me up one day and was like, hey, can you just go and fill in for me? And so I went and filled in for her, man. And she got all these calls like, oh, my God. I'm not trying to.
No, you supposed to.
Practice
Go ahead.
You got to do that.
You got to. We can
she got all these calls like, oh, my God, who is this? He did a great job. Can he come back? And from there, man, I just started rolling, started going, reading books to the kids in school, started speaking, picking up from there, and just really started going forward. And I made a promise in 2016. I said, I had a pretty rough year. That in 2017 that I would make it a better year. And so one of the things that I decided to do, I said, we always talk about collabing together, right? And I said, we can talk about it or we could put it in action. And so I see my girl Jay here. She started really coming on strong. And most people be like, oh, no, I'm not messing with it because, we always sometimes we want everything for ourselves. Right. And so I looked at it and said, hey, look, we got to do something together. So it came up with this idea of no flex.
No flex.
No flexing.
No flexing. No flexing. And so we wanted it to be a panel where it could come and the youth could ask the questions. A lot of times you have a panel, questions are already made up. People answer those questions. But in this case, what we're going to have, they're going to come in, drop their question in the box, whatever question they got in the box, and we're going to try to the best of our ability to answer those questions. We got myself, Jay, we got your girl V in the mix. We got a guy by the name.
We got a dope panel.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. It's actually on my Instagram, y'all.
Marcus, Mariah, Omar, all of these great people.
You remember everybody's name?
Yeah, of course.
He got it down packed now.
That's why she said. She
Practiced
said,
that in the mirror last
Yeah, he was getting ready before he got here because he be like,
Jimmy, I like you. Look, she was like this. She was like, we got a dope panel because she ain't remember their name.
I remember the names. He the one that be forgetting, so he listen.
Where
you listen? You got a list in your pocket? Did you read it on your way over here?
I forget things that are like kind of like outside of my span. Right. But hey, I used to be a cop, so I got to remember.
Okay.
And that's where I was about to go.
Oh, man, please.
That's where I was about to go.
Spare me, man.
Not to take away from the importance of the event, because we're definitely going to touch on that again. But, man, from you being an ex-cop, I'm assuming, in Baltimore City, to actually working, especially with the young people in the community, man, you've definitely been on both sides of the spectrum.
Absolutely.
Like you can't get much more, opposite. What's your view of what's going on in the city now? What's needed in the city?
So, man,
we only got so because I know we can talk about this all night.
We can, man. And we might have to come back for round two of that. And I'm open to that. But I'll simply put it like this, man. It's a challenge, right? I made a mistake in 2016, right? And one of the things that I recognize about mistakes, either you can lay in them or you can get up and correct them, right? And I think that we are biased. We are biased people. And what I mean by biased people, I'm not just talking about African Americans. I'm talking about all people. We're biased, okay? When we feel a certain way about something, we feel a certain way. We don't want to change our perspective of it. We don't want to look at it no other way. This is how we want to look at it. This is how we want to deal with it. You're wrong. I'm right. And that's it. And unfortunately, sometime at the end of 2016 into now, I've had a moment to step back and really take a look at all of it. Take a look at life there in Copland. Take a look at life now. And I realized that there were some mistakes that I made there. That all I could do is ask the Lord to forgive me of them and correct them, moving forward. And then there were some mistakes that I made over here, right? And so when I look at it all together, I say, hey, look, we will never ever become the best that we can become as a community until we realize that there are things that we can fix on both sides. Right. We can never pass the judgment to one side. We've got to fix them on both sides, right? We got to fix them on both sides. And so I'm just a lucky man. I'm a lucky man. I thank God every day because he has allowed me to see both sides of the spectrum. And many people, I can't tell y'all how to do radio if I never done it, right? And I think sometimes when you're on the outside looking in, you want to tell people how to do it, but they never done it. So you don't know what they're facing. You only can assume what they're facing. And so I like to tell people this: get off the horse of you looking at horse. Or just get off the horse of you looking at somebody's situation, because you never know what happened. You just don't. And that's on both sides. That's on both sides, because sometimes over here we looked at a situation and we're like, yeah, they're never going to change. Once a drug dealer, always a drug dealer. Once this, and then we say, hey, once, over here you guys are pigs. And we can't look at each other like that. At the end of the day, we got to look at each other. Hey, we all human. And as long as you're human, everybody in this room is human. We are subjected to something where we might mess up.
And we have an opportunity to change.
I want to chime in on that, the fact that you gave it different perspectives of, you said the cop's perspective. It's a show that's coming out, and I just seen an interview because I'm in radio, so I make sure I stay up on it. And Mac Wilds, he's playing a cop. And make a long story short, I think the killing of one of our fellow African-American men or women, one of them was killed a real life, like surreal life kilt, and he was on the set, and he had to put on a uniform to get into character as a cop, and he was like, he broke down. He was like, whoa, my people out here, but I gotta play a cop. Like, I don't even know if I can do this. You know, Sanaa Lathan is on the set, and he's like, no, this is not good. And they assured him, like, look, you're gonna change this perspective. We need you to change your perspective. So I wanted to, like, pretty much
second that.
Yeah, like, yes, like, I think we do get stuck in our own perspectives and judgment
both sides.
On both sides. So,
both sides. Both sides, for sure.
Yeah.
You know, this is not an indictment against any side. This is
Not
just
at all.
saying we have to
Open
change
our
our
minds.
perspective.
We're all guilty.
Yeah, we gotta open
we're all
our
guilty.
yeah.
Yeah, we got to change our perspective. You know, and so you know that's all I can say about that, man. So I'm just grateful. Right? You grateful, Jay?
I'm grateful.
You grateful?
I get on his nerves a lot because I'm an organizational one, and he
Yes.
y'all know how men do.
Conference call, the
Yeah, you still ain't replied to that email with the conference call. So
that's why I brought it out.
I like organization. I have everything. I keep everything together. And this guy, my brother over here, did you download?
didn't.
You should get it because you have a show and it's good for scheduling.
Okay.
Y'all chime in when the women get too much.
All right,
man.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so
Notice I just got quiet.
She's dope.
We looking at each other like, what is going on here?
Yeah,
Female bond.
let's talk
So my brand is called She's Dope LLC. I do community work. I do motivational speaking. I do women's empowerment. I'm getting ready to go on my first women's speaking tour with a tour called Women on Purpose. We're going to 6 cities, and that runs from April to August. And like Duane said, we kind of partner up. We had the same idea, and it's important that it's so many organizations out here, so many people trying to do the same thing. If we just come together, it's power in numbers. So it was crazy how it happened because he's like, I'm getting ready to have this event. Would you come? And I'm like, yeah. And I was like, well, I'm thinking about having the same kind of event. So it was obvious that we needed to partner up and do this together. And we came up with a panel. We sat down. I said, you pick 2 people. I pick 2 people. And we just going to go for this. And it's really about the kids to give them a voice, to let them know, listen, y'all can talk to us. Whatever answers you have, whatever questions you have, just come and be real. It's a no judgment zone. We don't know what these kids are going to ask, but we want to be real. We want to be transparent. And we just want to give them that platform to speak their minds. Like so many people push the youth to the side. Y'all don't have feelings. You don't have nothing to be mad about. They do. They do have stuff to be mad about, and they do have feelings, and we need to let them express those feelings.
New York coming out of it, y'all.
Yeah, I know. Y'all hear my New York? I'm straight from I'm from the South Bronx. So when I get passionate about stuff, that's when my accents start coming out. So you might hear some New York words coming out real quick. But it's important. Like, our kids are our future. We losing our babies to the street every day. It's sad that, like, every day we turn on the news, somebody losing their child, and it's getting out of control. And we need to bring these kids in. We need to give them a safe haven. And whatever it is that we can do, he does a lot of community work. So I'm definitely looking to partner with him on some of his projects. I'm definitely looking forward to working with you and all of our panelists.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, like,
thank you, Duane. I appreciate it.
Yeah. He
so
was
much.
like, I got somebody. I'm like, all right, well, give me the contact information.
Let's drop this address and drop the information again for the No Flex Zone panel.
Man, listen, it is going down, and shout out to the pastors of my church, Pastor Stephen Lawrence and Lady Robin Lawrence, for letting us bring this to the panel, because it started out like this. They have allowed me to come in and pretty much run the youth ministry, and so they allowed me to bring my creative ideas and my
doing some dope stuff. I was watching last Saturday.
Yeah, my creative ideas and my creative things, but keeping the context of God in the middle of it. And man, I'm looking to surprise, and I say this with a form of humbleness. I'm looking to surprise the city. I'm looking to surprise them. Because one of the things that I learned that this city does, and I'm grateful. I grew up here. Let me first of all put that out there. 29
You're from
years.
East or West?
East.
Right.
East. So East, Northeast.
I like you,
certified.
I'm make sure
Yeah. So So you know, 29 years in this city. I went to public school systems all my life, elementary, middle. So I'm not like just somebody that don't know what's going on, but I've been here, and so I'm looking to surprise the city, man, because unfortunately in this city we get very cliquish, and if we're not in a certain clique, they outcast you or keep you out. Yeah. And unfortunately, what they fail to realize is, as long as you serve God, they can't keep you out.
Come on, sir. Come on, sir.
That's why it's the V mix. She feels me.
The only thing that they do is make you push harder. Yes. So the only way they're gonna shut me up and shut me out is when I'm gone in that 6 feet ground. You understand? But as long as I'm still breathing, I'm coming for you, and not personally coming for a person, but I'm coming for what my purpose is.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm coming for what God has assigned me to do, and so I'm coming hard.
And you just was with the teen church. You just was
Yeah.
you had a section
So we had.
you made
that.
them stand up. You made them speak up.
Well,
You was watching with me?
Oh man,
I was
I
watching.
told
He
you
didn't even
earlier today,
invite me. Though.
stalker.
I was at home doing nothing. Why you in?
Man, listen.
You made
Because
He's talking about
I just-
collaboration. He didn't
I just
invite
like the fact
nobody.
that when I was growing up, when I was in school, the quiet child was okay to be quiet. I never thought that was okay. And I like when you was like, no, what you said, stand up, come to the front. I think that's what we need more. We need those.
Can I tell you something about the quiet
All right,
child?
all right, go
You
ahead.
look like you want to say something.
I do. I'll let you go, though.
No,
I'm not saying nothing wrong with the
No,
quiet child.
no. I'm just
okay,
ready
all
to bring my
right.
theology
All right,
into
go
it.
ahead.
The quiet child is really the one with the most purpose.
Yeah,
The
that's true.
problem is they got
Shout
to
out
bring
to
it
my
out.
brother Vondre.
And so not everybody can pull on the quiet child. Only people who understand it can pull on the quiet child.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And he's also the one that's sitting there absorbing
Or she.
Everything.
He or she.
He or she.
Or she,
sitting
yeah,
there
she.
absorbing everything that's going on
Yeah.
around him, because that was me.
Yeah, that was you.
Yeah, that
and,
was
and,
you.
and guess what? You
Tell
took
me
it in.
God.
But two, I don't want us to forsake the other kind of child, which
No,
was me.
no.
Right?
Okay.
I was the other kind of child that was doing 100 things, and people were like, "No, sit down and learn it." But quiet as kept. I was learning it, but I was learning it in my energetic way. And so what I've been blessed to have is God has really shown me different sides to a lot of pieces concerning young people, concerning when we talk about Copland, when we talk about citizen land. And I'm just blessed, man, to have this wealth of knowledge that I'm ready to unleash in 2017, man. And listen, I'm not one of those guys who's trying to keep it to myself. I'm just trying to partner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the question I had was like, a lot of people want to help the youth, but they don't know how to start that icebreaker question to get inside. Because a lot of the youth, they're in the video games, a lot of stuff that adults probably don't really do. Most adults, I'm saying. So, like, how do you?
Do you still play video games?
I do.
Me too.
That's some boy stuff. Like we don't play video games.
Yeah. So how do you get create that interaction with these?
Those video games could be
Hey, man,
ice.
Yeah, you gotta reach them on.
Man, I'm
the
gonna
up.
say this straight from the heart, man. I want to describe it like this. One of the things that you learn in the art of talking to people is first understanding the surroundings, right? So when you're trying to talk to that young lady or you're trying to get a number, you understand the surroundings.
Yeah.
If it's too many homegirls around, you're not going in.
Right.
Right? You're not going in.
You ain't going in.
You're not going in because if you go in, it might be a disaster.
We gonna
They're
clown
like,
you.
girl, come on.
Yeah, we gonna clown you.
And she like, oh, but he was cute. Understanding.
Wait a minute.
Man, I tell the truth, man. I just, understanding how to penetrate them is going to come from you. So essentially, this is what I'm saying. I remember a time as a young man that I wanted so much. It was not given because people didn't hate me or my parents didn't hate me. It was not given because people didn't have an understanding. And so one of the things that I try to do is get an understanding of different children, different teens, different young people. There's the boy who is going to be able to, come on, boy, give me 10 push-ups. Let's go. He going to do it. But then there's the one that's not going to do it. Why is he not going to do it? Because nobody has held him to a standard of discipline. So what you have to do is now figure out a way to penetrate that kid, and penetrate his mind to get him to see, or her mind to get them to see the importance of discipline. All right, then you got the quiet kid who's like, well, I'm going to do it, but I don't know. Now you got to take the time to penetrate the mind of he or she. And man, and I say it like this, when people say, how do you get this? Man, the only thing I say is, man, God, man, like, I'm not that smart. You know what I'm saying? I'm not Madam Masters. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a bunch of masters or bachelors.
talking about
you,
Robin.
I can't be like Robin. I'm just a man who, first, has a connection to God, who talks to him, hears from him, and grasps it. I read books, and then, I take it from there. And I I'm just, it's a gift that you can't explain. Like, you guys can sit here, people may ask you, how do you do radio? You can give them little snippets, but it's just in you. Right? It's just in you. And so I always come up with this equation right here, man. I always say that passion plus purpose equals destiny. Right? Passion plus purpose equals destiny.
This you came out with that by yourself?
Yeah.
That's good. I'm just asking, you know, people paraphrase, take people's quotes, but that was good. That was
one of them books. No, that was not. No, man. You know, I was sitting at home and came up with that because I was like, man, listen, what drives us to destiny? I was like, it's your passion, right?
Yeah.
Because you love to be on radio. You know, she loves to do what she do. I love everybody in here, the producer. He loves this, right? Then it turns into purpose, and then purpose either turns into the LLC, which is going to get you paid, or the INC, which is the nonprofit, which you're just going to freely give. So
wait. What you trying to say about my LLC though? Was
you get money.
Was that a shot? I thought
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're gonna secure the bag. We still gonna take care of the community. I'm just saying.
Them two together. Them two together. They gonna secure the bag.
Bills to pay.
You know, I'm a little different. If it come, it come.
Shots fired.
I'm gonna chase.
We're gonna make sure we put you on.
We got you.
We're gonna put them on.
Let me ask you guys this. We have someone here who recently ran for a city council position, and me personally, Diamond K, the producer,
okay,
the owner.
I didn't know, man.
Shout out to Diamond K.
And the reason that I liked his platform was because he was totally outside of the box of some of the things that he wanted to do. And Baltimore City
kept him in the box.
I don't care how many mayors you go back, Baltimore City has been moving with blinders on. Yeah. And we finally had somebody, and I mean, it's not just him, it's been a few others. There's been a few others, but we need some people that are occupying City Hall to take those blinders off,
that's so many levels.
When it comes to our young people.
That's so many levels.
Y'all getting him worked up. Y'all see him? He can't say. Yeah, he getting worked up. That's what he.
I'm gonna give y'all 2 minutes apiece to talk about the blinders coming off.
You want to go first, or you want me to go first?
Yeah, because you talk too much. So y'all might want to get the time out because he's getting
like
worked
up.
When
you say y'all got 2 minutes to get your
remarks, you gonna have to give him a signal.
Because man, listen, you just said a lot. So first of all, I didn't know the good brother ran, right? And I want to applaud that, right? Can I tell you, somebody hit me up a couple months ago, asked me would I give a district a shot.
I thought about that while you were sitting there listening to you.
And honestly, I couldn't give him an answer right now, right? I'm seriously thinking about it, and let me tell you, and I say this with all humbleness, I'm coming to take blinders off, because this city has manipulated people into believing.
Is it okay to?
Yeah, man, I don't care, man. Listen, nobody has the LLC to me except for God. You know
okay, praise it to the Most High now. You got to get the praise.
Copyrights, God. You understand? So. Listen, this city has manipulated people to believe in what they want them to believe. And see, and when we talk about both sides, right, I got the real to both sides. If I ever was to unleash it, it'd be a dangerous thing. Because I'm telling you, I'm going to give people a mind to think for themselves. Because what they have done is made this thing a system. And people like the producer couldn't break through a system because... Not because he wasn't working hard enough, it's because they too strong. And so he's got to find people that have blinders off to understand what he's trying to do so that he can break through the system. Because I'm going to tell you like this, and I'm not going to call no names, but I'm bold enough to do that too. Because their agenda is nothing but their own.
Yep.
And they can see me, I'm 6'2". 215 pounds.
Whoa.
That's probably about 80% of City Hall. But anyway, your perspective.
Yeah, so basically what Duane said, and just to piggyback off that, like when we say it's strength in numbers, the strength in numbers, you can either use those numbers to do good things or you can use them to do bad things. And unfortunately, when you get in, it's kind of like you get sucked into this hole and you have to attach to your agenda. And people are so scared to be different, to do something different, to come out the box and say, no, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not selling out for that. That's not what I'm about. And, you know, a lot of people start with what their agenda is going to be. Oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that. But as soon as they get that seat and get that position they just change their mind because the people around them like, listen, this is what we really going to do. And, you know, I know you want to do this, but I think it's better if you do that way.
I'm not a lawyer,
and unfortunately, Yeah, it's real out here, and it's sad that it's like that because it's people like Duane and people like the producer and people like everybody out. Duane Wayne. So it's people out here that's ready to do the work, but unfortunately, you get the people.
Hands tied.
Yeah, you get your hands tied because what can you do? Everybody, you try to come up with something. It's like, oh well, you get so much opposition.
Come around for me. This is what they doing.
Scratching each other back. That's true.
And listen, because I'm gonna tell you something, and then I'm gonna shut up. I contemplated over the last couple months what I was gonna do in 2017. Right, I contemplated from 2016 February to December 2016. I contemplated. I said, now how am I gonna bounce back in 2017? And I said to myself, I'm taking the cuffs off. Right? In my mind, in my mind, I was like, what is that? I said, no longer will my statuses, will my posts be politically correct posts. I am going to do something that is going to penetrate the mind of folks that's going to penetrate the mind of folks that they're going to have to think for themselves.
Yeah.
Because we've been thinking the way people want us to think and the way people want us to move.
We think the way we taught.
Right. And the thing that drives me nuts about people, and I'm going to just say Baltimore because this is my city and this is what I can relate to, is that when it comes to election time, when it comes to the mayor, the city council, such and such and such and such, they refuse to take the time to actually research
and educate
the people that are running. And the one thing that we tried to do during this last two elections actually was we had candidates on the show, black or white, regardless of the party, but that wasn't that name brand candidate, you know what I mean? And give our listeners a perspective because they're not going to do it on their own. Yeah. So we wanted to force feed, so to speak, the opportunity for them to just get some different perspectives
Calm down.
of people that were running for various offices. And we even interviewed him because, like, outside of the DJ world, the music world, the club world, nobody may have known who Duane Williams was. Right. But he had an agenda, and it needed to be heard. So we gave him that opportunity, and we had we had people that were running for mayor, and a couple of other positions. One that was running for controller, because somebody needs to know how the money is really being handled, so to speak. But we don't take that time. It's going
pocket to pocket. That's how it's been
We're going to vote for Sheila Dixon because that's the name that we know. We're going to vote for Brandon Scott because that's the name that we know.
Yep.
And so on and so forth. And we gotta stop looking at that name every time that's on top of the ballot and get to know the people that's down in the
I think part of that is the media. The media portrays the popular votes.
Absolutely.
And the popular people who they actually want to win.
Absolutely.
I mean, they're not going to really spotlight Diamond K or per se this man right here because they already know that they control the people that they putting in there.
But let me add this.
Go ahead, bro.
You know what the funny thing is about every election is people get on a high horse of the issues that are popular, but nobody ever talks about unity. There was
never.
Watch this. Let me show you this. And I'll be honest. I didn't vote for Catherine Pugh.
Neither did I.
would never.
Neither did I.
I would never. And here's the crazy thing. She jumped on the back of police brutality, right? In a city. In a city where, watch this.
I hope you got insurance on it.
Hear me. In a city where that was popular. But not once did she ever talk about building the gap and bringing it together. Now, I jumped on the back of something that I knew people would vote for.
At the time, yeah.
Right? There was only one white man that ran. I don't know, and no offense.
And we had him on our show.
Give me his name.
I can't remember, but we had him on the show.
I can't remember
because he bought us muffins.
He was the only one that talked about bridging a gap and not jumping on the backs of each other's side. He said, "Listen, I can fault them for having some stuff wrong, and I can fault the community city for having some stuff wrong. But how do we make this connection so that this stuff doesn't keep happening? Everybody else jumped on the back of an issue that was happening. That's why I can't vote for any of them. Because to me, and I'm going to just say like you're a coward because you have no real voice.
Call them out,
real
sir.
voice never has to jump on the back of anybody.
Shut them down.
But I just wish we can vote more. I know we can, but we need to participate more in voting for the laws. You know, like we need to really sit in.
They're
you know,
out there.
it's
Those
but
opportunities
that's
are
the
there.
thing.
We don't
No
even
one
take the
thinks-
time.
that's
We
what I'm
don't even
trying
take the time to read
That's
those.
it.
The
We
thing
have to-
is we don't know about them.
it.
That's the
and,
problem.
And I think, you know, we keep, like you're saying, looking at the popular names
They're
and the
there.
popular vote. But what about these laws that they're passing right in front of
dealing
our face?
Because we only dealing with, because we're see, African American people, we emotional right now. Oh my God, the police keep doing stuff to us. So what every politician did was jumped on the back of it, and nobody asked the question and said, hey, Baltimore has a homicide rate of 1 a day.
Shoot.
I'm just hypothetically speaking. 1 a day. We're at 60 days in the year, right? We're at 60 days in the year, and we got 62 or more homicides. I'm scratching my head because you ask for the officers to go out and do more, but then you say, no, hold on, stay right here. Don't do that, because if you do that, you're gonna wind up on the news. Your family gonna wind up losing money. But then you tell the citizens, well, we ain't tolerating it. But then the citizens say, well, hey, they come around here, they messing with us. Y'all need to leave them alone. What we gonna do? But they don't have a real plan for that. They can't ever give you a real plan for it because they don't have one. I'm not giving the plan. I got one, but I would never give it to them. It's not for free.
So now you trying to secure the bag. Now he wants his money.
He's securing his bag.
Right, now that's how you gonna get his money.
But I'm gonna just say this, and then we're gonna cut this because we gotta bring y'all back. But the answer to your question is that you know how you go out and you sign a contract, and the contract has all of this stuff in bold writing, and then right below your signature line, you got stuff that you need on magnifying
Of course
glass.
I know
We
all
don't
that.
read.
Those laws are there, but on that ballot, you need that microphone, that magnifying glass to
Right.
read. And honestly, I believe they do it a lot of times knowing that we're not going to take those
yeah,
2
that's
or
real.
3
I think
minutes to read.
I think they look at a lot of it as like because when I first started out voting, I looked at it like it was like a multiple choice answer. To be honest, I'm not even going front
But
for
a
you.
lot
It's
of
like
people look at it like that, though.
A, B, C. All right,
No, a lot of people do that, Jay. Like, seriously, like.
And then you got these commercials now, radio commercials. They'll tell you everything that you want here, and then at the end of the commercial, you hear.
Exactly.
And
Right.
you think,
I was getting ready to say
and
that,
you
man.
think that that's like, oh, why are they talking? They're actually giving you
Everything. They give you everything, but you
yes,
don't
pay
all the stuff
attention.
that you don't want to know because you're not going to hear it because it's.
I know we about to go.
I'm like,
This what mayors and councilmen do to you. Hey, I'm gonna fix your community. Hey, I'm gonna fix your community. And then when you walk away, they shake your hand. Hey,
Right.
I'm gonna fix your community. And when they walk away, they don't know. I'm gonna just put this money in my pocket and keep on moving. This is what's going on in their mind.
Just like your president just signed this executive order saying, "Oh, I'm gonna help these black colleges," and then as soon as all them ninjas walked out, he was like, "Man, I don't."
Shout out to HBCUs though. Shout out to Morgan State.
The State University in the building. Hold up.
Okay, you got some bears in the building.
No flex panel, March 25th.
Yes.
Location?
March 25th.
17.
It is going to be at 1720 Belmont Avenue, Windsor Mill, Maryland. All right? At Abundant Harvest. That's around the corner. Please come through, man. Please come through. We might even let you just say a few words, man. Please come through.
Yeah, we're gonna put you on the spot. We
yeah,
definitely gonna put you on the spot.
Be ready.
Yeah, every young person
definitely.
from 11 to 21. Every young person from 11 to 21, 1720 Belmont Avenue, March the 25th, 2017.
What time?
And so that's our first location. We definitely are going to take this all through Baltimore City. Any church that wants to host us, nonprofits, anywhere we can get
How to
into
contact.
buildings, schools, we coming. We
How
coming
can
hard.
they get your contact information?
you wanted the time for the no flex, right? That's gonna be at 1. It's gonna be from 1 to 3, right? 1 to 3, and I'm working on something now. We're gonna try to have some food.
We gonna have food because I'm greedy. It gotta be.
We gotta have some food.
Gotta be food.
I'm bringing a chicken box.
I'm gonna bring some chicken if we can't get some. We're gonna have some kind of food there. I'm
Half
just
and
saying.
half.
Straight like, yeah, we're gonna have some half and half too.
You can reach me. You can reach me at Duane Williams Jr. on Facebook, Duane Williams Jr. _ on Instagram, and then you can go check out my website at DuaneWilliamsJr.com. And then I'll let you know how to reach you.
And that's DUANE because I spelled it wrong.
Man, yes,
He sure did.
Did he spell his DW?
Yeah, he's a DW.
Oh man, you know the best way is DUANE.
They stick together.
You see how he do? He switch up real quick.
You coming with him April the 1st to the show, right? The VMAX. So
yeah.
y'all coming, okay.
I'm on Facebook. She's Dope LLC on Facebook. I post all my events, everything that we're doing there. You can connect with my personal Facebook, Jamais E Burts. And that's it. Y'all can't follow me. I'm on Instagram. I don't know my Instagram.
Oh, God. I think I know it. Queen_dope7.
Yeah, I just changed it, so I remember.
I know because I had to search about
She
5
just told
different.
y'all.
I gave her like 5 names.
She
So we had to figure it out.
Just told y'all she a stalker. Like,
I'm a stalker.
nah, man,
I'm a good
we
stalker.
got to bring y'all back for a part 2.
I really want.
Yes.
If you got young people, you
'Cause
gotta
we
get them.
we
You gotta
need
get them
today.
there.
Gotta bring them back. Gotta bring them back.
March
If you have a child that's 11, boy or girl, get them from 11 to 21. Please get them
Off the
there.
video game.
I got some surprises.
Yeah, and
up
you
my
guys come out
sleeves.
too. Y'all can come and say a couple of words, answer a couple of questions.
Just
It's not
come and
limited to
support,
our
yeah.
event.
DJ Ecstasy, you coming?
We'll be there.
She said,
Hey, we might need you, but it's a church, so you're gonna have to keep it clean for me.
A real DJ can DJ
Thank
at
you
a
for
church.
having us.
Right,
Thank you,
right.
Dwayne,
Thank
for-
you guys, man.
Thank you,
Salute
thank y'all,
y'all,
thank
man.
Thank you for having us.
stalking pays off, okay?
Good stalking, though.
Good, right.
Right.
Thank
Put
you.
a disclaimer on that.
Good stalking.
So real quick, man, before we turn this back over to DJ Ecstasy, I got a couple of announcements that I want to make. First of all, once again, PLF Salon presents Evolution, the Hair Show, Sunday, April the 23rd, 2017 at the Best Western Hotel. I don't know the address, but it's located on O'Donnell Street. That's going to be hosted by Baltimore's own, it's on here?
5625 O'Donnell Street in Baltimore.
I was only reading the highlighted stuff, like you said. That's going to be hosted by Baltimore's own Lil Mo, along with comedian Just Hilarious, and the music is going to be provided by DJ Imagine. For tickets and information, you can contact evolutionhairshow.com or contact Ronnie James at 443-219-4585. The tickets are $35 for regular and $50 for the VIP. And I'm also honored to say that Baltimore Flava Radio, along with Radio on Fire and the Mogul Club, are sponsors of this event, man. So come out. It's going to be real dope. We got some real dope entertainment, my man.
They on discount? Can I get a discounted ticket?
My man.
I got you, though.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, we're going to sneak you in the back door.
Yeah.
You see Macaroni Tony.
I'll put you. I'll put you in with the clothes.
In the club.
Fold you over. And
Got
then carry the be like, shh, don't say
Nah, but we got some dope entertainment that night. Along with DJ Imagine, we got my man Jay Esquire, my boy Wish Granted, and my girl Alexis Joyce are going to be providing the entertainment. So it's going to be really nice, man. Come out and support that event. They're doing a hair show battle among some of the local hair salons. So that's going to be real dope. Secondly, I want to announce that next week is officially the 3rd year anniversary of Baltimore Flava Radio.
Congratulations.
We started in March of 2014, and it's been one hell of a ride, man. I appreciate everyone who's been a guest, a host, a co-host, a DJ, a producer, however you've touched this show, man. I just appreciate it, and I can honestly say that it's just the beginning, man. We just scratching the surface on the things that we want to do. It's going to be a big year in the city, and we also coming up close to 2 years of Radio on Fire, which is
Congratulations,
absolutely
Diamond
amazing.
K.
So, no, us being on Radio
Oh,
on Fire, not Radio on Fire,
my bad.
but Baltimore Flava being on Radio on Fire. I think
Diamond's
like
on
around
what?
May.
He's on what?
Diamond's like 30 years
How
deep
many?
at Radio.
Don't give his age.
Radio.
On Fire. 6 years. That's what's up.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, man.
The VMix
So, yeah.
is coming up on 2 years,
Absolutely.
too.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So yeah, man, just appreciate everybody, man. They watch us on Facebook Live. They go and they support the website. They buy T-shirts and all that good stuff. We're gonna have some T-shirts again soon, y'all.
And some flyers.
We're gonna have some T-shirts and some flyers soon. And we're gonna have stuff that we're gonna be handing out at the hair show, man. So just salute to that. You guys got anything you want to shout out before we turn this over?
No, DJ Twiz, March 25th, he has to spring into action. He's going to be on the show March the 11th. And I have on March the 25th, shout out to Cherie Cofield and Miss Delaney.
Her name is Cherie Good. She'll be here next week.
Gotcha. Y'all see that? Anyways, they come on March the 25th. Then I'm going to, on March the 25th, of course, the panel, No Flex panel. Okay, that's March the 25th, 1720 Belmont Avenue. Am I right?
Yep.
Oh, my memory pretty good. And y'all, they're going to be on the V-Mix April the 1st. What's up, Jay?
Jay McGraw.
That's April Fool's Day.
I'm for real.
So they're not really going to do that.
I might joke and not show up.
Shout out to Singleton Newman, the whole MAN Records, the Mogul Club is definitely making
We
that
got to
mark.
get a gang sign for MAN.
And speaking of which, my tagline is sort of like yours, but you kind of followed the ending. But mine is believe plus confidence equals excellence.
I like that.
Okay.
Join the Mogul Club.
Hashtag.
Yeah,
Okay.
all that good stuff. Shout out to everybody that joined us on Facebook Live. We got my girl from London was on earlier. My girl Nala. My cousin Iris is on watching us. Walbrook Warrior, LaTonya Knox is in the house. Man, just
Walbrook in
thank
the
to everybody that made this show happen tonight. Diamond K holding us down as usual. Duane. Jamais. And my sister from another Mr. Robin R. Haynes in the building held us down. What's the young lady's name? What's your name, honey? Sharita. She's been in the building, holding us down all night, man. We thank everybody.
She was over there testifying too.
You said she was testifying?
The views expressed by Jay McGraw. Those are. Nah, man. But join us back next week. We'll be our guest will be my girl DMV hip hop artist Sheeta P, along with Smith Cherie Good. She comes on our show every year when it's getting close to her.
All right.
So I don't want you.
Okay.
The Health Expo.
I met Caprice and I met Cherie at the same time.
That's what's
4
up.
years ago.
Okay. We met her 5 years ago. You see, you just want to We're going to turn this back over to DJ Ecstasy, man. We out here. This is Baltimore Flava Radio, radioonfire.com, your news, sports, and entertainment source.